And I wasn't sure. Why you played it?
This one out. It came up in my newsfeed. It came up in my newsfeed as a memory from last year. And there's a line in there where he talks about your love. Well, the actual quote is, your sperm's in the gutter, your love's in the sink. Well, William Paul Broglie was talking about some kind of existential crisis he's having with his sink. So it was just random. But I figured I would say. So this is our leading music for the day. And immediately our YouTube show will be copyright restricted. No, I don't care. It's not like we're not making any sponsorship money on this show, and we won't owe Jethro Tull anything. Right. The sink. So, yeah, William Paul Broglie is having some kind of existential struggle. And then I found that Kierkegaard quote that I put up also. Did you see that? Well, you know, he belonged to this theory of existentialism called the dog watching. He belonged to this branch of existentialism called absurdity.
Okay.
And it's I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of goes along with nihilism a little bit, but I don't know. If you read that quote, it kind of, my man William Paul Broglie, I think he might come from that school of thought. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, but that was a cryptic post about the sink.
It was. I didn't understand it.
I needed some help deciphering.
Right.
Hi everyone.
Yes, we got some people on the show.
Yeah, good. Let me get it up here.
And the sound sounds good. I'm sure people will let us know.
Yes.
I'm going to go on to the chat function and see some people coming up.
Got it.
And then Trinita Lindsay right off the top is saying tomorrow's the last day of the census response.
It is?
Yeah, so make sure you do that. I thought that I had completed it, but apparently what I did was I went on and filled a bunch of it out and then never hit send.
You didn't hit submit? You're a non-responder.
I got an update today, or yesterday, last night. I was sitting on the couch watching TV, and I got an update. So I just clicked over to it, and I finished it off. It took me less than 5 minutes. I got a confirmation code, so that this way I now know that I 100% completed the census.
So, did you get like an email reminder saying, hey, you didn't finish completing?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So I was Johnny on the spot and got it done. Get her done.
You got it done after 4 months.
I honest to God thought I finished it. I just must not have hit that last send button.
Well, hopefully you boosted the response rate in our ward.
I would hope so.
In our tract. Hello, everyone. Hello, Gail. Hello, Trinita, Joe, Mom. Excellent. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. I will also say this. Today we are streaming to YouTube. So
yeah.
Don't forget that you can go over to Porchcast Pottstown on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel, and you'll also see us live there. I know some people have a struggle with Facebook from time to time, and Facebook doesn't want to cooperate with them.
YouTube has a really good reminder feature. Like if you subscribe to the channel, it will send you a reminder, and it'll pop up on your phone and let you know.
Right.
So I like that feature for the channels, that handful of channels I subscribe to for YouTube.
And also, it's just a better platform for streaming. It's more developed for streaming than the Facebook platform is. So I just want to keep reminding people of that. Porchcast Pottstown on YouTube. You will find us there. I'm also going to be able to then download the live streams, and then there'll be a library. Right. So you'll be able to go back to YouTube and watch old episodes if you want to go back.
If you're really struggling for something to binge watch.
Right. Or let's say this. You heard us say something and put some information out, and now you want to go back and make sure that you're writing the phone number down and the date and everything else. There'll be a library.
You have to watch a whole bunch of episodes.
I'm starting to reference some stuff on Matt Green and Glocker Real Estate, so I'll put up a post that has a reference to the specific episode.
Okay.
So I've been doing that. And then also the episodes on YouTube will be dated. So you'll be able to go back to that date.
Yeah.
And remember, we're on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6.
Right.
Porchcast Pottstown on YouTube. I really do need subscribers there, so even if you don't plan to watch it on YouTube,
Did I subscribe?
just go and subscribe. Because I would like...
I'm going to check right now.
I would like to... my first goal is to get 100 subscribers.
Okay.
I think that's achievable.
Oh my gosh.
Now, today, I think
didn't.
who we have on today, because everybody's wondering, Matt and Amy are just ignoring this poor
No,
woman.
not at all. Not at all. All right.
We have Kristin from Art Fusion today, and she's here with us to talk about some of the programs that are going on at Art Fusion, and then also Pottstown Children's Discovery Center.
Yep.
You guys are teaming up on some programs.
Yep, we're teaming up on a nice event that's running right now through Sunday.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's talk about that right out of the
Yeah.
chute.
Let's
Right out of the gate.
rip the lid
Rip the
off the
lid off,
can,
yeah.
ma'am.
All right, so it's Pottstown Fall Family Challenge.
All family challenge. I'm going to take notes.
Okay. So it's for anybody, any kind of family. So some of us have to choose our family. Some of us actually have family members that want to participate with us. I did it on Sunday. I chose my family. I did some of my Art Fusion family came with me.
Nice.
And so what you do is you go onto artfusion.com or .org or to Pottstown Children's Discovery Center, and they'll redirect you to Art Fusion's website, and you buy a ticket for $20. That $20 ticket gets divided half between Art Fusion and half between Children's Discovery Center, and we will send you a list of 12 Pottstown locations that you are going to go around to. It's all outdoors, so you don't have to worry about social distance quite as much. You can even take your mask off sometimes because you're with your family.
Sure.
And then there's also a list of challenges. So we're going to challenge you to do something different at each location. And you can choose whether you just want to get points for showing up or if you want to get extra points for doing the challenge.
Ah, cool. So it's almost like a scavenger hunt, if you will, to go around to different places.
Yep,
And
yep.
are they all, they're all public places, like businesses?
They're all public places, so you don't have to go inside for anything.
So this might be a good way for people that are not familiar with downtown Pottstown to kind of explore.
Oh, it would be
downtown.
great. You might find some new restaurants or some hidden gems or some well-known gems to us Pottstonians.
Right.
But it would give you all the addresses and everything.
That's fun. So it's a great way to discover new places, get outside, get some exercise, do something fun with your family and your friends.
Yep.
And support two really great.
You get to support two really great local organizations.
Yes, yeah. So let's talk a little bit then about the organization. So let's talk about Art Fusion for
Okay.
those that don't know about Art Fusion. Boy, are you missing out! And I'm going to show some of my art projects. in a little
No,
bit.
I think Art Fusion's a great resource in the community. My son took art classes there. In my family, I require my kids to do something in every season, and that can be sports, sports, art, or music.
Yeah.
So he decided he wasn't going to take a break from soccer the one indoor season, and then took art classes over at Art Fusion.
Yep.
Couldn't have been more happy with
And
it.
great, and for us, it's great because it's so close.
It's
when it was
so close.
downtown and now, and it's so close that we don't have to do any of this like driving your kids around stuff, which we don't like to do.
Yes. So we're right here. We're on Beach Street. Years ago, we were on High Street, but we moved in 2017 to the Beach Street Factory. So it's like 2 blocks from the porch we are currently on.
Right.
I could have walked here, but it was raining. We do art classes for everyone. Basically, toddlers up. We are going to start some new classes that are going to be virtual, and we have just opened up some in-person classes. We also have free programs. So if you have a kid or a teenager in this area who wants to do free programming, the applications are on our website. Our kids programs are Art Academy and Clay Academy. You get to do that with me because I'm a clay person. And we have one session running now that filled up right away. We are going to be adding a second fall session that'll start at the end of October.
And for the free classes, are those need-based? Are they? Is there like a grant, like an application process?
There is an application process. We try not to turn anybody away. It is need-based. We looked at the people who qualify for free or do school lunches, and they get priority.
Okay. And is that underwritten by? Is there like a business or a organization that underwrites
yes.
that?
Both of these programs are sponsored by Greater Pottstown Foundation.
Oh, great.
Yep.
They just, I think they just announced their scholarship winner, their essay scholarship winner. They
Yeah.
did that big program for the Pottstown schools.
Yep. We also have a teen program. It's called Teen Mixed Media, and these are 4-week sessions where teens can try out different art fields and see what they're into.
Okay, so like a little dabble in each.
A little dabble.
Like, you know, the clay and
so
watercolor.
So not every school district in the area has things like jewelry or videography, life drawing. So it can give little things that can help, especially teenagers' portfolios if they're looking to go to art school. Or it can just be an exploration and seeing what you like to do.
Right. And you also have homeschool students who do art classes for homeschool?
We do art, and now like everyone's homeschooled, so that's super fun.
Right. The old-fashioned kind of homeschooling.
Yes. We do homeschool classes that are during the day where homeschool students could come to us and meet other homeschool students and do art classes. And then we have, art classes for pretty much everyone else. We were also one of our, we like to say, you're never too old for art. Joan, one of our instructors, through a grant from SEI Cares, would go into nursing homes.
Oh,
and she would so her oldest student was 104.
No kidding.
Wow.
So you can do art at any age.
I took a class with Joan. I did art journaling.
Yes.
2 things that I'm great at: art and journaling. Totally being facetious.
It didn't mix together for you at that time.
But it was fun.
But you did it, right?
I did it. Yeah. And Darlene was in the class, and we might have brought wine.
Maybe,
So,
just
yeah,
maybe.
Just maybe.
And then you guys were doing that hex
Oh,
thing,
yeah. You
right?
want to see my art
Oh,
project?
yes.
Go bust it out. And then you were saying before the show when you came in, so we could warm you up, you were talking about the virtual classes that you guys are doing.
Yes, we're doing virtual classes because some people are not ready to go in person, including some of our instructors, and we are perfectly okay with that.
Right.
We have things like cartooning and manga and life drawing are all virtual right now. Manga is a form of Japanese animation.
Okay.
It kind of looks like anime.
I think I had that in one of my courses.
Yes. Teenagers and kids are super into that, and we got an awesome instructor who's great with them.
So this was a class that Amy and I did, my friend Amy and I did online. This was our hex class.
Yes, that was one of our classes that was supposed to be in person, and then Corona happened, and we sent you guys kits at home.
This was really fun. So it took a little bit longer than the 2-hour session.
Yes,
So, but that's okay, because we did, it was really neat the way that you did it. You sent us, we went and picked up a kit. So it was everything we needed to put this together. And then the instruction was by Zoom, and it was really easy to follow. And we picked out our design that we wanted to do, and then Amy and I got together a couple more times to finish the painting by ourselves outside the Zoom. But that one was really fun. I just need to put a clear coat and then get on the front porch. So that's one of the classes that I did, and that one was a virtual class.
Yep. So most of our virtual classes, we do send home a supply kit because we know not everyone has all the supplies they need at home.
Yeah. And I'll just show a couple of the other things that we did. So I did this one with you. The clay mandala.
The clay mandala.
Right, so that was fun. I think we did that one before the notes.
I don't remember anymore. They were around the same time.
Yeah, so this one I have hanging in my bag, on my back vestibule. And then this one I loved.
Oh, the gnomes.
I know. So you guys do gnomes pretty often.
Oh, I love gnomes. They always turn out awesome. Yeah. I just did gnomes in my kids' pottery class and Clay Academy this past weekend. So if you want to see all of their creative gnomes, I just posted them on our Facebook page and Instagram.
Really great. So this
They're
was a
so
fun
cute.
class that Amy and I took together. This is my gnome, Sunny. And he lives in my garden. And his best friend is Bud, and he lives in Amy's garden. Yeah.
And you can never have too many gnomes.
No. So I would definitely like to take that again and maybe make a little female friend for him. So another thing that we did 2 years ago, I think it was in 2018, we did a private group class with Kristin, and we did paint your own pottery for Seder plates.
Yes.
So that was a group outing for the Jewish
synagogue?
Yeah, for the Jewish Women's League. And we had, I think, like 14.
Yeah, we had pretty many in the pottery room.
You ordered the greenware.
Yep.
I guess if we really want to be adventurous, you could have helped us make our own plates, right? Maybe in the future we'll do that.
I remember you didn't want to be quite that adventurous.
Right. So Kristin ordered the greenware, which is the fired but unpainted pottery. Mm-hmm. And then we got our group together to paint them. And it was such a fun outing for our group. And a lot of the people, most of them, had never been to Art Fusion before. So I was really happy to be able to expose them to your organization.
And a couple people have been back since then, which is what we like even better.
That's great, yeah.
So then that brings up a good point too. So you guys you'll do a group effort. So if you have a business that wants to do some team building.
Yes, we do team building.
Or
if you want to have a girls' night, normally for us to run a private class, you just need to bring 4 students, and we can do it with what you want to do, and we'll put you with the right instructor and on your time schedule.
So you can build your own art class with your group.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had people that have looked on Last Fusing, and they're like, oh, I really want to take this class with my friends, but we can't do it on that Saturday.
Okay.
We're like, hey, do you have 4 friends? Yes. We'll do it on a weeknight.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's super nice.
Yep.
It's really fun. And kids' birthday parties.
We were doing so many kids' birthday parties before COVID happened.
Right. So that's thrown a wrench into things. Obviously, you guys have had to reinvent.
We've had to reinvent quite a bit.
Right.
Between doing virtual classes, which is all the technical issues that go with that, and the logistics. And then finally doing some in-person ones. But that, again, comes with logistics of how many people you can have in a classroom.
Right. So you've got, your clay classroom is limited. It's got walls. But you've got some other space that has...
We have some other space that doesn't have walls. Right? So we are also limiting how many people can be in the building.
Sure.
So it's 25 people in the building. So we can either have people in enclosed classrooms, or we can open up our big spot in the library and have one larger class.
Right.
So we can have 10 people in the library because you can be more spread out in there. Right. But if there's a class in the library, there's not going to be a class in any of the classrooms.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you're being very cautious and adhering to the
very
to the guidelines, even though they can't be enforced according to the Governor Wolf's
well, we enforce them, and if you forget your mask, we have a bunch of homemade masks and the medical masks right by the door waiting for you.
Right. Yeah. So for the spaced out, you could do a class like this, where it's just the clay room is. The clay room
is a little bit, but if you had 10 people who wanted to do clay, we could move it into the library.
Right.
Yep.
So this is just a random question, but for students that are, all the students are doing virtual learning now, are they doing art classes in addition to, if they normally have art in there?
In Pottstown they are.
Okay.
Because Patrick, my oldest son Patrick, is doing an art class right now.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I also saw on Facebook, I saw on Jen Johnson's Facebook page, and also Audra the Hammer Ross.
Yes.
I saw her kids working on art stuff too.
Right.
And I know that, Jen's kids go to Pottstown and Audra's kids, I believe, go to St. Anne's.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just wondering how they were doing that, if they were sending...
I know that they're trying, different school districts are sending things, and others are just whatever you have at home.
Right.
For Pottstown students, if you're at the middle school, Pride is an after-school program that's going to start next week, and Art Fusion is taking part in that, along with there's like karate and the YW, a whole bunch of things.
Yeah,
It's an
there's
after-school
there's
program.
basketball team.
Yeah, and so if you go onto the middle school's website, it's called Pride, and you can sign up and you can do Art Fusion, and we send home a supply kit.
Oh, cool.
So that way you have everything you need for your Zoom art
Right.
classes.
So is that, what is that? How is that program?
I'm not sure how Pride.
Okay.
It might be funded.
It's
Joe,
a cohort. It's called Cohort 10. It's funded by Pennsylvania
Okay.
Department of Education.
Joe Rusevich might have some information on that too. I know he's watching. And we did have a couple more people jump on, and that's about the time because people are getting out of work, so they're jumping on. So just to bring everybody up to speed, we've got Kristin here from Art Fusion and Pottstown Children's Discovery Center. She's here to talk about both of those organizations and some of the enrichment opportunities that they offer kids from Pottstown and the surrounding area. And specifically, you're going to be having this event that Beth Desch from Pottstown Children's Discovery Center contacted us about getting on the air.
Yep,
So why don't you go and recap
Family
that?
Challenge.
The Pottstown Fall Family
Grab
Challenge.
the link.
So it's super fun. You go onto artfusion19464.org. You can purchase a ticket for $20. Half of that funding goes to Art Fusion. Half of that's going to go to Pottstown Children's Discovery Center. And we're going to give you a list of 12 locations in Pottstown. Most of them you can walk to. And you have a challenge, a unique challenge at each location. And you just have fun with it. Like,
It sounds really fun.
uh-huh.
Yeah, just something different to do and to get out. And hopefully the
Something
weather will
different.
cooperate.
Now,
I just posted the link up.
I see that you posted the link, so the link is in there in the comments. I saw that just go on. And then also, yesterday or last night, I made a separate link and a separate Facebook post on Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. It's pinned to the top of my wall, so anybody can go there, and that will take you either to either organization's Facebook page or their website where you can learn more information about what's going on. So Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate, go right to the top of the wall. There's links to everything. And then right there, Amy threw up in the chat, there's a link to the event going on there.
Yeah,
Yep,
I was just thinking about all of the different things that I've gone to at Art Fusion over the years. Like you used to do fashion plates. Like I went to that a bunch of times. It was a fashion show that was really fun. And
The Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl every
So we
year.
are
Yeah.
redesigning our Super Bowl for this year.
Oh.
So more information will be coming
Yeah.
out. It'll be slightly different. It's going to be a more soup to go event.
Okay.
Already
thinking ahead to, it's usually in January.
It's normally in January, but we have to make 100 bowls, and that takes me all year to get different community members. I normally am almost done by now with the 100 bowls, and that did not happen this year. So we are rethinking how we can do soup safely, and there's going to be more information coming really soon.
All right. Well, as soon as you have that, you can share that.
Yep.
Yeah. So
And-
that's one of my favorite events. And
Pottstown Children's Discovery Center is saying that the challenges are super fun and you can win prizes.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even
we
talk about the prizes.
Let's talk about the prizes.
Oh my
Now
gosh!
you're really
Okay.
gonna get-
Well, see, you're supposed to want to, do it for these two organizations
For the love of the game.
For the love of the
Exactly.
game. But we have so many prizes.
Oh, awesome.
So we have a grand prize. So you get different point levels for each place you go to, and whoever has the most points, whatever family has the most points overall, will win a grand prize. Right now, it has about $600 worth of tickets, swag,
Oh, cool.
all kinds of stuff in it. And then we are going to do a random drawing for each location.
Okay.
So anyone who goes to, let's say, Art Fusion, because we are one of the locations, you go to Art Fusion and you do the challenge at Art Fusion, you get entered into the drawing for the prize for Art Fusion.
Got it.
So
Okay.
even if you don't go to all 12 and you don't think you're going to be in the running for that big grand prize, you still have a very good chance of winning one of the 12 additional each location prizes.
Nice.
Yes.
So there are a ton of prizes.
Now, where did you get the prizes from? Were they donated?
A lot, yes.
Okay.
All the prizes were donated. Some of them are local. A lot of locations donated a prize for
Right.
their location. I don't want to spoil too many
Okay,
locations.
right.
We will be advertising it, especially after it's done.
Right.
You know, to thank everybody.
Know who sponsored it, who donated
Yes.
prizes. Right.
But pretty much every location donated something for their location. And we went out, and I will tell you some of the big ones that we have for the grand prize. There are tickets to Longwood Garden.
Ooh, nice.
There
I
are-
was just thinking about that yesterday. That I've never been there.
Oh my God! How have you
I
never
know.
been there?
I know.
Oh my gosh! So you need to get
Maybe
your
we want a
family
date.
out and play this and see if you can win.
Remote shoot, Matt.
Yeah, no. The
Uh-huh.
Longwood Gardens is great. I used to go there a lot when I was younger. The last time I tried to go there, the tickets were sold out. Usually you have to have reservations in advance.
Right. And
And,
now they're even more.
And now there's probably
Yeah.
less
So
less
that's
people.
a hot ticket.
That's a hot ticket.
super hot
and,
ticket.
Yeah, it's not always cheap to go there, so you get some tickets for that. 4 tickets for the Colebrookdale Railroad.
Oh, nice.
I will hint they might also be a location. Tickets to the Crayola Factory Experience, so you can take your kids
Yeah,
up
that's
there.
up in Easton.
Even as an adult, I might have had fun there. We also have local gift cards for $50 for Giant.
Nice.
Set of pearl earrings.
That right there.
Handmade
When do
paintings.
you get your money back? Because you're only in for $20.
Yeah,
Right?
and we want you to do $20 just to support. You know,
Oh,
you really wanna
that supports
But, oh my
the
gosh.
programs.
Of course.
The chances of you winning a prize, we have the grand prize and 12 additional prizes.
Great.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And I did notice that Joe Rusevich from Foundation for Pottstown Education put up the link to Pride,
Mhm.
Succeed Before and After School program.
Yep.
Great.
So if you go into the chat, you'll be able to see a link to that
Mhm.
program that Kristin was talking
Yep,
about.
and that's for
And you're-
Pottstown Middle School students, and it starts next week.
And you guys are teaming up with them? to
We are
provide-
teaming up. Yep, we are doing an art class on Tuesdays and Wednesdays,
Okay.
and that's going to be through the whole school year.
Okay,
That's
cool.
great.
Mm-hmm.
That really is great. There's a lot of really cool places in that that are taking part in that program.
Oh my God! In that program, there's so
Yeah,
many local
there's
places
the,
that are like.
Greater Pottstown Tennis and Learning. There's robotics. There's YWCA, visual arts and test. Yeah, nutrition, wellness, CrossFit, dance, kung fu, all sorts of stuff.
So that's another
cool.
way that people. I know that there's a lot of controversy right now about sending the kids back in to play sports and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
But there's another way right there with the after-school program, or with stuff that you're doing at Art Fusion, or the stuff that you're doing with Pottstown Children's Discovery Center. There are other ways to get the kids out and keep them active,
Yep.
even without the school sports going back in
Mhm.
to play. So think about that if you have somebody that you need to keep busy.
Right.
Mhm.
A lot of enrichment opportunities out there if you look for them.
Yeah, and
is great.
we're not
Thanks for that
talking
info,
about
Joe.
anything that's super high cost. I mean, $20 for a program, and you could win a nice prize, and the
And if
money
you don't,
goes to
then
donate.
You spend it,
Yeah, but you had a great
way-
day.
And way less than you would if you took 4 people to the movies.
Or even out to
Yes.
McDonald's, even if you just took some people to McDonald's and to have them run around in the playland, you'd spend more than $20 on that.
Definitely.
So,
Yep, and free art kits. Art Fusion is doing some free art kits. I know Children's Discovery Center is doing art kits as well. Their next one, you need to register by Monday, and it's space themed.
Oh, cool.
So they're
Yeah.
doing a lot of kits. It's like we want to get art supplies and activity kits out to as many people as we can.
Right. So they've been the Discovery Center, and we can move into that
Mhm.
to talk about the Children's Discovery Center. They've been doing programs and kits for a good portion of COVID.
Yes, they have.
And the library has been doing kits as well. So
The library's doing
there
a
are
lot of pickup
resources
kits.
out
Mhm.
there. So let's talk about the Pottstown Children's Discovery Center. Like, tell us what you know.
Well, right now they do not have a location, but
they're working
You know
with
what?
a very good real estate agent.
Yes.
to
Really?
try
Can you recommend one?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could. They're working with a really good real estate agent to try to find a brick and mortar location.
Right. So
Mhm.
they're in the what you would call the capital campaign.
Capital campaign. They're currently
Nice.
looking for their oh my gosh. Let me look up the right terminology real quick. Hold on. I think it's called their Founding 50.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Now
correct.
those
Yeah.
are the first 50 individuals or businesses that donate $1,000 are part of their founding 50.
Right.
And we were talking to Beth about an art installation that might be part of that to acknowledge those donors.
Right, like you've got your inside wall that you've got the tiles on?
Yep. Beth came to Art Fusion and saw our donor wall, and she has some really different, cool ideas for what they're going to do at their location when they get that.
So until they have a building, they'll be doing these kinds of programs.
Yeah, these pickup kits.
Right, and then once the building is there and it's all set up and running, which I would imagine, even if they found a location tomorrow, probably
it's probably going to take a while. Yeah.
So, what will it be like? A please touch? Will it be like? What's the vision? Yeah,
that's my understanding of it. It's directed towards kids to learn and explore.
Yeah. So basically, what they want to do is they want to try to set up a place where kids can come and get this science, technology, engineering, and math. So it's STEM related.
Okay.
And then they have some ideas too of trying to incorporate some of the local history within those areas. You like Pottstown was a steel manufacturing facility or steel manufacturing town.
Yeah.
We still have Dana, which creates auto parts and all that kind of stuff. And they kind of want to capitalize on Pottstown's industrial history to teach kids about the STEM programs in modern times.
Right.
They are looking for a brick and mortar. We came very close to obtaining one, and we just got outbid by a company that had money and was ready to go. But I have been going around with Beth and Jen from Pottstown Children's Discovery Center, trying to identify some different places. They want to be in the borough of Pottstown, and they're really interested in being plugged in to all the stuff that's going on in the downtown.
Right. So being centrally located would be ideal.
Yeah, and of course there's the idea that there would be some parking needed because they want to have the ability to bring in buses and vans from schools and school districts. So we're also trying to identify places that would be close enough where buses could park and sit while they're waiting for the kids to finish their programs or do all that stuff.
Right.
But in the meantime, until they can get a brick and mortar, they're doing exactly what they're doing here with Art Fusion and with Kristin, is they're teaming up and they're doing all different types of activities. Same way that Art Fusion does, you can get activity kits from Pottstown Children's Discovery Center, and there's different activities at different times. During the pandemic, they did that teddy bear walk where people were encouraged, so that was one of their things. I know for a fact that Jen Seville, who is one of our regular watchers and also our insurance assistant up at Glocker, she said that after hearing about Pottstown Children's Discovery Center on Porchcast, she contacted them and had one of their science kits and went and picked up the science kit. She said that her daughter, she has 3 daughters, elementary, middle school, and high school. She said that her kids loved it. They had a great time doing it.
Yep. And again, the next kit is space themed, and you need to register by next Monday.
All right.
Cool.
You need to plug that thing in?
I need to plug that thing in.
Right.
So talk amongst yourselves.
Stay tuned, folks. So do you know how far along they are on their founding 50? Like how many?
I do not know that answer.
The last time I saw it, the last time Beth sent me some information to talk about on the show, they had 23 spaces still available. So there's 23 founding member spots still available.
Great. That's fantastic. So we, Wolf Baldwin and Associates, bringing you fine legal representation in the borough of Pottstown since
1973? Yeah, get your shameless plugs in.
Yeah, we did.
There's
We
another
sponsored
plug
one
over
of the
here.
kids.
Speaking of plugs in.
Here, I can go right inside.
Can you? All right, there you go.
All the technical difficulties you're going to get today, Deb and Rod. Yeah, we sponsored one of the kids. We're happy to help out with that kind of stuff.
Is it in?
It is.
Which kit did you sponsor? Do you know? What theme?
It was just recently.
Okay.
I don't know. It was like maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't want to break any of my art.
Now I did.
You know what? I want to show one more thing. Go ahead, talk.
No, I did see in the information that Beth and Karen sent me from Pottstown Children's Discovery Center was that if you become one of these kit sponsors, you get mentions in social media.
Oh yeah, they did a really good job of
you were happy
putting our name out. Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of tags. So the other thing that you do at Art Fusion is that you have member artists.
Yes, we
and
do.
You have shows. So
well, the
sure
shows kind of got
a little bit different these days.
A little bit different. They're more. We're going more the virtual route with the shows.
Right.
We are hoping to have a couple small shows. Our next show actually opens on Saturday, and it is called Social Protocol. It's all about the art of the mask.
Uh-huh.
So it's some of the artwork is done on masks. Some of it has masks in the artwork. That'll open on Saturday, and that is going to actually be a silent auction show.
Right.
And you can make an appointment to view it in person, or it'll also all be online.
Cool. Yeah. So thinking outside the box, you gotta keep moving.
We got to.
So I got this. Amy and I went to your holiday show last year, and I got 2 pieces. This is one of the pieces that I cut. Which
from Sam.
Yeah. So this is Sam Rain did this piece. It's just a whimsical cow, which I love.
Now, to bring it back to the challenge, Sam donated 2 paintings for us to give away as prizes. So
excellent. So
if you want a Sam original,
yes,
join the family challenge.
He does a lot of stuff like this. I don't know what his pieces look like that he donated, but he does a lot of kind of whimsical.
Yeah, he does a lot of pop art. What he donated were actually hydrangeas.
Oh, beautiful. So this, and then I got Amy as a Christmas present. He did a chicken that was in the same show, so we got those. So they have, and we've gotten a lot of stuff there. I have a beautiful piece of art. I cannot remember who did it. It's like a Japanese looking tree. It was from when you guys were on High Street.
Oh, okay.
It was a Japanese looking tree, kind of. I don't want to say like a cartoon, but kind of stylized. And I had told Levi, I said, if we ever go to Japan, I want to go there. I want to go someplace that looks just like in that painting. And we did. We did when we went to Japan. So that was a source of inspiration for me. So we've gotten a lot of stuff there.
Yep.
Over the years.
A lot of local artists.
Yeah, it's a great place to go again. Like, not talking about COVID times, but you've got a lot of really nice ceramic pieces or homemade soaps and jewelry and things like that. I used to get a lot of gifts at Art Fusion, especially when you were down on High Street.
So. We've cut back a little bit on the gift portion of our gallery space, but we're still trying to do as many gallery shows as we can.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the online will work out until you can be in person again.
Yep.
Overall, how do you think you're doing with the shifting gears in order to make these accommodations? Has it hurt you a lot, or do you think you're shifting into it?
I think we're shifting into it. I think we're succeeding as even a little bit more than what I originally thought back in April when we were really scared.
Right.
But we're still going strong.
Right. Do you think that it's because people might have a little bit more time in their with sports being canceled, with other theater activities being canceled, maybe people have a little bit more time to sign up for that family class or are looking for something to keep the kids busy, right?
Exactly. Because art is something you can do indoors, outdoors, with people, alone. It's very versatile.
Right. Well, I'm glad to hear that that it hasn't totally knocked you out of the pocket, so to speak.
Yeah.
And the space, too, where Art Fusion is located is
Beach Street Factory,
which, as in Pottstown, we like to refer to things as what they used to be. So it was the old Faceras.
Right.
When that building was getting rehabbed into the Beach Street Factory, I was taking Harrison to Hill every day, and so I was passing by 4 times a day, there and back, and then there and back, and it was really fun to watch the progress of how that building was coming along.
Yeah.
And, one of the greatest scenes was a Facera's furniture delivery truck backed up to the dock, unloading furniture into what used to be the old Facera's warehouse.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's a really beautiful restoration.
Yes.
And
and it still has some of its original charms.
Yeah.
You know, like our porch area. It's gorgeous
cool
brickwork.
The way that is, and the way that it's covered, it did a really neat job. And that was Genesis Housing was involved in that.
Yes.
Right? I know
Yes.
Judy member who's been watched the show from time to time. So that was a very nice cleaning up of that corner. It definitely needed some sprucing up, and it was really great to see that project come to fruition.
Yeah, because it was abandoned for like 10, 12 years.
It had been
before
empty
this.
for years.
Yeah.
And when I was a police officer, we were constantly dealing with problems on that corner at Beach and Evans Street. And then the first thing that kind of alleviated that problem was, one, we just spent more time there. I mean, there was days in the summertime when I literally remember going over there and just parking my police car or just standing on the corner.
Just being present.
Just being there.
Yeah.
And then we got the grants for the Pottstown. We, meaning Pottstown, got the grants for the security cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So the camera went up. That reduced a lot of the problem there. And then just like we hear it with an urban blight, they got rid of that broken window, right? That was a huge broken window that was attracting problems. Now that it's cleaned up, there's activity there. There's the cameras up there. It's well lit at nighttime. I have not seen
people coming and going.
We got people coming and going.
When you've got people coming and going, that
it's like
nefarious activity is less likely to happen because there's more eyeballs.
It's like turning the light on in a bathroom and all the little roaches scurry away.
Right.
Yep.
So I would say that now that is a very safe place to go. Well lit.
Oh, yeah.
There's plenty of parking. There's legitimate people going in and out of there at all times of the day to conduct legitimate business. So people should not feel scared to go down there anymore. And just from the outside observer, because obviously I'm not in the police department anymore, but I live here. It's my neighborhood. I don't see any of the trouble that we used to see over there on a regular basis.
And I still drive by it, twice a day, going
and
coming.
It's completely changed that neighborhood.
Yeah, and I'll say too that the guy that owns the corner store there at the corner, he's always out there sweeping up, and I see him out there with his little sweeper and shovel picking up trash. So tries to keep it looking nice out there. Nicole was saying, come look at her space right next to the theater.
Yeah, and I know what space she's talking about. The issue that we're having with Pottstown Children's Discovery Center is that they really want to make a purchase. They're not necessarily interested in being tenants.
Yeah.
They want to be able to purchase the place that they have control over it. The other thing, too, is that in order to get up to what their full concept is, there's going to be a lot of different installments that go on, and there's going to be a lot of different improvements, and they would really like to own the building that they're in, so that they can take full advantage of
truly make it
the way they want it. Yeah.
How big of a space are they looking for?
Well, the space that we were originally looking at and the one that we were kind of in talks with was the old KISS Honda building.
Oh, yeah.
So you can imagine that. I think that building was on the order of 20,000 square feet.
Okay.
It was an old car dealership.
Yep.
And it had some things in it that appealed to the folks from Pottstown Children's Discovery Center. It had an elevator in it, so larger pieces could be moved up and down between the floors.
Well, that also helps with accessibility.
Right, with accessibility. And then there was some rooms in there that could have easily been converted into some classroom space and office space. So that's really the kind of building that we've been looking for. I don't want to say too much because there's some other places that we've looked at, and
I just
sometimes
wanted to get an idea of what the size was.
Yeah, and unfortunately, sometimes, and this has slowed down progress not only in Pottstown but in a lot of different places. When property owners hear that there's interest, it increases the price. Right. So people begin to speculate.
Right.
And we've already run into that with at least one property. Okay. The price went up over $100,000 because the owner of the property now thought that he had, a gold mine.
Right.
So that's where we're at.
We know, as we've talked about before, it's a seller's market. So I don't know if it is in that
in the commercial. In the commercial sector, no. I mean, it's really slowing down to the point that my phone has not rang for commercial work hardly at all since the beginning of the pandemic.
Okay.
The residential market is absolutely booming. It's slowed down in Pottstown as far as commercial work, and I would say probably that's everywhere, unless there has been something that already was in the works, so to speak. Right. And then you like how I did that in the works?
I saw that. Yeah, I picked that up.
And then I would say this too, because of Pottstown's successes in the industrial space, large span industrial space in Pottstown is actually hard to find. Most of it is occupied right now. Right. So Pottstown's actually doing good. The old industrial park is, I believe, the last time I checked, it was 100% full.
Wow.
So there are things going on. Wow. So those have been some of the challenges.
This location would have been cool, though, because it's really close to the carousel and to Pottsgrove Manor.
Yes, and it was close to the park.
Yes.
It was in good proximity to the community college, but somebody with a deeper pocket came in.
Well,
and what can you do?
Something will crop up.
Yep.
Hopefully.
So now that place is a logistics warehouse for shipping, like online ordering and shipping.
Yeah, it's a fulfillment warehouse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, we're getting up to 45, and I got some things to announce.
You want to talk about some news?
I want to talk about some news.
All right, well, let's wrap up our conversation. Our focused conversation has been here with Kristin and Art Fusion, also Pottstown Children's Discovery Center. You want to hit them one more time with those dates and locations for your walk?
Yep, so it started last weekend, and it goes through this Sunday, October 4th. You have until a minute before midnight to get in your photos for our Pottstown Fall Family Challenge. And you can go on to artfusion19464.org or Pottstown Children's Discovery Center to learn about how to get tickets. Tickets are $20, and that is divided between Art Fusion and Pottstown Children's Discovery Center. And you get a list of 12 locations all around Pottstown to do fun activities at.
And you need a cell phone camera or a camera for
you need some kind of camera because you need to submit your photos to us to prove that you were there.
And some awesome prizes.
Yeah.
And just to reiterate, I did make a post for them. It's at the linked. It's pinned to the top at Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. You can go there, and there are links to both organizations where you can learn more about their fall family walk.
Mm-hmm. And how much time, roughly, if someone were to do the whole thing at a reasonable pace, how much time should they block?
It took me 2 hours on Sunday.
Right. And that's what you said you were.
Yes.
Not that you got lost, but you.
But we kind of backtracked a little bit. And
yeah,
we didn't plan it all out. So if you got the list ahead of time, because some of the things you need to bring props. With you.
Okay.
So plan it out a little bit ahead of time. Like when you go to the library, which is the location, you need to bring a book, and we're specific about what kind of book you need to bring.
Okay.
So make sure you read the list of the challenges before you go, and it should be a lot smoother.
And is the whole thing walkable if somebody were to walk? I mean, it's not even a mile from here to the library.
Yeah. So there are a couple places that are a little bit offshoots that I do believe the bus goes to, but almost all of it is right here on High Street.
Okay, got it. That should have been another part of the challenge. You get extra credit if you took the bus or walk or didn't use your car.
Oh my gosh! Well, on Sunday it was very humid. I was very glad I had a car.
Yes. Okay, well that sounds really fun, and the prizes sound really great.
Yep. And family can be whoever you want it to be.
Yeah, so
it could be your family of friends. Yes. It could be, it could be your neighbors.
Yes, it could be family by choice.
Family by choice.
Excellent.
Or just grab the kids and make them do it.
Yeah, and if you are a business person out there and your business wants to be one of the founding 50 of the Pottstown Children's Discovery Center, and go to their website or their Facebook page and look for information. Or even if you're not a business and you are just a philanthropist who wants to support a really great idea of an organization that's trying to get up and running in Pottstown, $1,000, you can be one of their founding
Founding 50.
Founding funders.
Founding funders. All right, great. A couple more pieces of things that are going on in the coming week. This weekend is going to be very busy. Tomorrow night at Memorial Park is the fundraiser for the Memorial Park to get it cleaned up from the flooding that's happened over the last couple of years. So that is a comedy night, which starts at 6 p.m. Go to their Facebook page or Google Pottstown Parks and Recreation Department. It is underwritten by Soul Joel's Comedy Club, which
Yes.
a lot of people have been to, and they said it's really great. So they're providing the comedian.
Yep.
There's music starting at 6, and then the show, I think, is from 7 to 8:30. It is limited tickets. I do believe there are still tickets left. $20 plus a small convenience fee, and it's a BYO everything. Bring your own chair, bring your own food, bring your own booze, and my understanding, they're drawing 6-foot circles.
Yes, that's
So
my
they
understanding
can,
as well.
Get everyone distanced out. So I'm looking forward to that. Memorial Park, I can't shut up about it. I love it. It's one of our treasures that we have here in Pottstown.
Yes,
If
absolutely.
you can't go to the show, just make a donation to Pottstown Parks and Recreation, and let's get that place cleaned up and built back up.
The Soul Joel website and also the Soul Joel Facebook page are extremely easy to find because I shot over there myself because a friend of mine called me and told me that Michael Rappaport
Yes,
is doing
I
a
saw that.
show there on Sunday.
Yep.
So check those guys out. They're in Royersford.
It's a pretty big name.
I would say that's a pretty big name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was on Stern this morning, if it was the same guy.
Stern?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I like his rants because I like some of his political rants.
Yeah.
He kind of comes down on the same side of the political spectrum as I do.
And we
So-
could all use a little bit more laughter
Yes.
these days. Yes.
Yeah. He's got an edge to him, though.
Mhm.
I mean, his
Oh,
comedy's
yeah.
definitely
It's not,
on the edge.
Not safe for kids, for sure.
No.
This is not your Jeff Foxworthy.
No.
All right. Edgewood cleanup from 9 to 1 on Saturday. So go to Edgewood, bring your gardening gloves and your rake, clean up some stuff, and then you can go down to Farm and get some treats.
Yes.
So Farm is Saturday from 9 to 1.
I'm going to be at the Edgewood Cemetery helping Andrew Manastra do some chainsawing.
Chainsaw?
Yeah, he contacted me and asked me if I could run a saw for him over there. I got to go look and see exactly what he wants done, so I know what I'm getting myself into. But yes, I'm a former sawyer with the U.S. Forest Service, so
All right.
I think he was counting on some of my former training.
And,
But I'll be there.
And your general just muscle it.
Yeah, probably.
Well, be careful.
I'm not feeling as muscly as I used to.
Be careful with that.
No,
chainsaw.
Listen, I know where I'm at and what my capabilities
Good.
are. And just looking in the camera at my baldness and grayness, I know where I'm at.
But it's not sunny today, so you
Nah,
don't have
I'm
any-
no longer a 25-year-old forestry technician.
But you can still take down some limbs.
Yes, yeah.
So you might have to hit this tree over
We
here.
could do
pretty
some
soon,
bucking
over here.
limb stuff. Yeah, easy, real easy.
Yeah. So Edgewood is also a treasure in Pottstown. Oh,
It's a historic cemetery.
well, yeah, we had to for the. There's no bugs. Don't worry.
We're getting our
Getting our daily
karate
snack down.
interruption.
Yeah.
There he is.
Well, we had to. We're still figuring it out, so that's why we're all messed up. All right.
I did want to get Edgewood.
Yeah, I want to say also that they just put up a new picture on their Facebook page. The cover picture for Edgewood's Facebook page is a beautiful photo taken by Bronwyn Tabasco.
Yes, I did see that.
It is just beautiful. So I wanted to give her a shout out because she's trying to get her photography and art business
Up and running.
But
She
yeah,
also watches the show from time to time.
Yeah, I still
Bronwyn.
have her prizes. She won the trivia contest like months ago.
Oh,
I
and
still have her
never
prizes.
picked up her prize?
Yeah, I got to connect with her again.
All right, if you're connected with Bronwyn, let her know that we got her prize for her. Hey, you know what? Also, speaking of the merch, I still have T-shirts, man. If anybody wants a T-shirt,
They're in my
they can
Right.
contact us. We'll sell them a T-shirt. $5 of every T-shirt sale goes to help the Pottstown cluster of religious communities,
Yes.
Pottstown's food bank. I'm going to be.
They have a fundraiser coming up.
They do have a fundraiser coming up on October 15th. They're going to do You Gotta Have Heart, which is their annual large fundraiser to raise money for all of their programs. So the food pantry, they have a heating fuel program. They have Your Way Home, which is a pathway from homelessness into rental. They do financial literacy classes. They also can help you set up classes and training for cultural and social awareness for your business or corporation. So Gotta Have Heart is the annual fundraising drive for Pottstown Cluster of Religious Communities. We will be talking about that more. And Friday, Amy and I are having a meeting with their communications director because they would like Porchcast Pottstown to participate. Exciting!
Sure.
So we'll be talking more about that in the next couple of
We
episodes.
continue to be flummoxed by people asking for our
People
assistance, but we're
like-
happy to share, happy to help.
People like Porchcast Pottstown.
Yeah,
And look, here's the deal, right? Like, here's how Kristin got on the show today, right? Beth Desch sent me a message and said, "Can we send somebody over to be on the show?"
yes.
And I said, yes. So now they had an entire hour episode of
Yes.
Porchcast special for kids. Yeah, now I'm getting tied up. Art Fusion and Pottstown Children's Discovery Center got an entire show because they asked.
You don't GET, you don't ASK.
So if you have an organization that wants to come on the show and talk about what you're doing, call us up and ask us. Remember, we had Vance Jaffe on.
Yeah.
You know how Vance got on the show? He
Yes.
asked.
Yeah. As of now, there's no waiting list, folks.
We did a whole show on support for Ashwood Apartments because
Yes.
Nicole Vickers-Bax asked for that show.
Yeah.
It's real easy,
So,
folks.
I mean, Matt and I can sit here and chew the fat with each other all day, but it's a lot more interesting when we have guests and we can talk about the things going on that made Pottstown great, which was the original
That's the
concept.
concept
That was the
for
original
the
concept
show.
of our show.
That's the
So,
concept for the show.
yes. Oh, Joe Versavich is saying that the Amazing Rays is starting soon. You know what? We should talk about that with TCN. You guys are part of that.
Yes, Art
Pottstown
Fusion is
Before
part
is
of that.
part of that.
Pretty much
Every nonprofit,
every nonprofit in Pottstown is
Yeah.
part of it.
Yes.
CCN is fabulous. It runs the month of October. I think the actual day is the 30th.
Oh, is it?
I think it's the end of October. I think it's the 30th.
It used to
but
be the
don't-
15th.
It used to be the
Right.
15th, and then they moved it. So,
Right.
you can do donations now on Amazing Ray's website, and you can make your pledge donation, and then it actually comes out that
Right.
last day.
Right. And so you can pledge it now.
You can
and
pledge
then-
it now,
then
put put all your information in, and then that way you don't have to think about it on the actual day of.
Yeah, yeah, and you can donate. You can make your pledge directly to the organizations that you choose,
Mhm.
plural organizations. You can choose more than
Organizations.
one, or you can donate to TCN's match pool
Yes.
if you're like, I love all these organizations. I can't pick just one.
Mm-hmm.
So then give $100 to the match pool, and then that gets
Divided up to
divided up
everybody.
to all the participating organizations using a very complex formula, but so that it's fairly divided among the organizations.
And
that are participating.
and checks
October 30th.
and checks made out during the month of October to individual organizations also get counted in that match pool.
Yes.
So
Yep.
if you wanted to write a check to, let's say, Art Fusion, we can have that matched through the TCN match pool.
Right.
as well.
We just need to
we just need
document
to
that.
we just need to attach it to the thing.
Yes. Yes,
so
yes, yes.
not
All right.
only the credit cards online, but checks.
Yes, I know. I'm having a brainstorm right now,
Oh
too.
boy! Oh my gosh! I can see it.
Yeah, I know you smelled something.
Yeah.
It's my hamster running. Was there any other news? I feel like I cut something off.
Jay Morris Morris and the bikes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So Jay Morris, our friend at Infinite Graphic Imaging.
He's our artistic director,
Yeah, and
our
did our
art
t-shirts,
director.
and we'll be doing hats.
And the fancy...
It's almost hat season, man.
It's hat season, so we're going to revive the hat idea.
Yeah.
And Jay is our arts department here on Porchcast. He designed the logo.
Yeah.
And the name of his business is...
Infinite Graphic Imaging. Infinite Graphic Imaging. But Jay also... So Jay came on the show when we were at Brooke Martin's house.
That's right.
And he stopped by with the shirts, and he talked a little bit about his bike restoration program, which is something he does just out of the goodness of his heart, because he's a good guy, and he likes bikes. So he restores kids' bikes. He is looking for donations of kids' bikes only, or adults?
No, he'll take large and small size bikes. If you have a bike that you don't use anymore or want to give away, Jay will take it. And he either rebuilds the bike that you give him or starts parts collections for other bikes that he comes in so that he can fix them up as they come in.
Yep.
Because in addition to being an artist, he's also a mechanic.
Yep.
So, like you said, it's something that he just does in order to give back to the community, and he fixes up these bikes. He has a raffle where on his Facebook page, I think he runs it on Pottstown, which is his Facebook page. It's kind of like a Town Watch Facebook page. You go on to on Pottstown, you send him a name of the kid that you want to get the bike, and then on some type of regular schedule, he picks the name out of a hat, and that kid gets a bike.
It's
so
really great. It
does
really
not
nice.
have to be a kid's bike per se.
Right. Okay.
He'll take any
and some
style.
Kids are,
some kids are big.
10-year-old kids can be riding an adult
Right.
bike. So if you have a bike that you would like to donate to Jay Morris, then this Saturday he's doing a collection. So there's a lot going on Saturday. I hope nobody was planning on leaving town.
No, you don't have to leave town, man.
Between 10 and 2, he is accepting bicycle drop-offs. The address is 64 Lemon Street.
64 Lemon Street.
At
It's in the old
corner
Yoakum Knitting Mill.
Of Center and Lemon. I do not know where that is. It's in Stowe someplace.
It's right near the Stowe post office. It's
I don't
like
know
right
where
around
that
the
is
corner.
I never leave Pottstown. I don't know where it is.
So yeah, and then I also created a post for Jay on Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. So I have his email address there, and then he sent me an overall map. So it's an aerial map of where he's located. So that'll guide you in.
If you happen to be arriving by helicopter,
right, you'll know exactly where to land. And but Jay's email address is up there too, so you could make arrangements with Jay to drop off a bike anytime that he's available.
He's on the feed right now, so you can just contact him on the feed, and you guys can hook up. He's a super good guy. That's just such a nice thing that he does. And for kids in Pottstown, bikes are how they get around. This is a great thing about our town is that you can ride your bike just about everywhere.
Yep, he's saying any bike, any age, any condition.
Got it.
Saturday, 10 to 2, and then Jay Morris. You could like and you could subscribe to him or whatever it's called.
Right.
You could become friends with him just by clicking right on his name there.
There you go.
And linking up with him that way. So really what you could do this Saturday is you could, as you're leaving your house,
throw
the old bike in your car, go to Jay's, and then drive over to Edgewood.
I think actually you should go to
Edgewood and then Jay.
stop at the farm, and then go to Jay's.
There you go. Either way, that's the progression.
And then when you're done with all of that, and you want to stroll around downtown, you can do your family fall challenge, and then you can have dinner
at some beautiful place.
At some place outside, and have a couple of drinks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
I highly recommend that.
It's a whole fun day of Pottstown.
Tara Cifelli was on.
Yeah,
she's gonna.
In all of that, you could stop at the very best and get a hot
dog. They're open from 11 to 3.
Yes.
They would prefer it if you call your order ahead.
Yeah, they have some nice chairs outside. If it's nice, you can sit outside, or you can get takeout.
You could get takeout and then carry your bag of hot dogs and hamburgers over to one of the beer gardens and sip on a beer and drink your very best.
Yes.
Then when you were done that, you could go down to the basement of Cash Traders and shoot some pool with Scott Clary and Vance Jaffe at High Street Billiards.
Yes. That sounds like a great day.
Like a whole day. And you don't even have to leave Pottstown. And for a bunch of that stuff, you don't even have to leave the block. It's all on one block.
Right. It's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off in Pottstown, right? That would be a fun challenge. Let's see who can do the most fun things in one day in Pottstown. I think we just named it up right there. There's the Porchcast challenge for you folks. All right, it is 6:02.
Yes.
I did share the link for the comedy night. Michael Lenhart says there are tickets available, so I hope to see some Porchtonians at comedy night tomorrow, laughing in the park.
Having a good time.
Having a good time.
All right, let's break it down.
Yeah.
Kristin has joined us from Art Fusion. She's also representing Pottstown Children's Discovery Center, all types of enrichment programs for children and adults here in the borough of Pottstown. Go to their websites or their Facebook pages and learn more information about how they can help you. Amy Wolf is the lovely office manager at Wolf Baldwin & Associates, bringing you fine legal service in the borough of Pottstown since 1973.
You need a will, you need a power of attorney, call us.
Call them.
Yeah.
I am Matt Green. I am your local real estate expert. Please give me a call if I can help you with residential or commercial real estate. We are Porchcast. Let's talk soon.
Have a great week.